Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. Hope you all are doing wonderful. So, children, what are we going to do today? Yes, we are going to start a new topic in grammar, and the name is conjunctions. Yes, children. Today we will be doing part 1, and in the next video, we are going to continue with part 2. So, now, children, you have to take a book and a pencil or a pen and make sure that whatever discussion your teacher is going to have with you, you can make a note of all the important words. And yes, don't forget that we are going to do a lot of activity in this particular video. So yes, we are going to have a lot of fun. So without wasting the time, children, let us quickly start with this topic. So yes, children, what is a conjunction? Well, a conjunction links words, phrases, and clauses. So now, children, we are going to learn today how these conjunction basically links the words, phrases, and clauses. So, children, here are the few examples. Anil and Sunil. He is poor yet honest. You cannot succeed unless you work hard. So now, children, over here, if you see the words like and, yet, unless. So these are the words which are actually the links, right? It is actually linking either two words, phrase, or clause. Now, as I told you, words are generally the two words. And what do you mean by phrase, children? A phrase is basically a small group of words that adds meaning to a sentence. So now, what do you mean by clause? Clause means, children, a sentence which has got a subject and a verb, or you can say a predicate. So yes, this is how the links basically which helps to connect the words or the phrases or the clauses. So these connectors are basically called as the conjunction. So now, children, there are various types of conjunction. So today we are going to go through different type of conjunction as well. So yes, children, now we will do various types of conjunctions along with the examples. So make sure that you're going to note down the various types as well as the examples. So now let us go to the first one. Now, your first conjunction is coordinating conjunction. Yes, children, please note down the first type of conjunction. It is coordinating conjunctions, right? Now, what are the coordinating conjunctions and how will you actually memorize or remember these kind of words? Now, it's very simple. Children, the first thing is you can form a word from these words. Now, the word that we have formed is fanboys. Yes. See, children, F-A-N, fan, boys, B-O-Y-S. Yes, that's correct. It's fan boys. Now, how to remember and how to memorize these words? Now, fanboys, these are very important coordinating conjunctions. Now, children, make sure that you note down all these words of fanboys. Now, let us go to the next one. Coordinating conjunctions. Now, remember fanboys in order to identify the coordinating conjunctions in a sentence. Now, let us start with F. Now, your F stands for F-O-R. Yes, children. F stands for F-O-R. Now, formal speaking, you can use for. However, you can also use sometimes because as well. Right? Now, the next one. A. Your A stands for and. Yes. A-N-D, and. N. What does N stands for? N stands for nor. N-O-R. B. B stands for but. B-U-T, but. O. O stands for or. O-R. Y. Yes, it stands for yet. Again, in formal speaking, you can use yet. However, you can substitute that with but as well. S stands for so. Now, what does your fanboy? Now, children, make sure that you are going to note down these important words and the usage as well, so that you know when to use these words of coordinating conjunction. Now, let us start the first one. The first word is and. So, when are we supposed to use and, children? Yes, when we want to join certain things together. So, now you can check with this example. Swans and penguins swim. Now, the reason is we wanted to add these two words, and that's the reason we have used and over here. Now, the next one, but. When will you use but, children? Okay, whenever the phrases show some kind of a contrast. So the sentence could be something like swans live on ponds, but penguins do not. Right? Okay, next one. Or. When will you use or? When it shows positive choice. So something like penguins slide or waddle. Next, when to use for? To show the reason. Now, here there is a reason. I wore my blue dress for everyone has dressed up. Right? Okay, now the next one is nor. When it shows negative choice. Okay, the example could be something like neither penguins nor ostriches can fly. Okay, next. Yet. When do you use yet? When it shows the contrast again. Now, here the weather was cold, yet it was bright and sunny. Yes, the weather was cold, yet bright and sunny. Next, so. When it shows the result. So I wanted to stay home, so I told my mom I was sick. So yes, children, this was few example, and some kind of you can say the usage. When will you use the coordinating conjunctions, right? Now we will go ahead with the next one. All right, children, now quickly take out your book, pencil or a pen, and we will do one activity. Identify the conjunction in each of these sentences. Now the first sentence is parrots live in wild places or zoos. Next, their beaks and feet are good for climbing. Next, most parrots live in jungles, but some live in grasslands. Okay, now what is the conjunction in the first sentence? Who can tell? Okay, make sure that you're going to write the answer in your book right now, and your teacher is going to tell you the correct answer now. Let us quickly go to the answer key now. Yes, children, now the answer key is, yes, your first one, the first sentence is parrots live in wild places or zoos. So, or is your correct answer. That's your conjunction. Next one, their beaks and feet are good for climbing. So yes, and yes, it is basically joining the two words. So and is your conjunction. Next one, most parrots live in jungles, but some live in grassland. So yes, the correct answer is but. Alright, so now we are going to do a coordinating conjunction activity. So make sure that you're going to write the answer in your notebook, children. Add coordinating conjunctions in the sentence. Now let me see how many of you are going to give the correct answer. The first sentence is I told you about it dash you don't remember. Okay, I repeat, I told you about it dash you don't remember. Okay, write down the answer now. Next one, Thomas will be late to work dash he has an appointment. Thomas will be late to work dash he has an appointment. Next, I am a vegetarian dash I don't eat any meat. Okay, so I'm very sure you're ready with your answers. Let us quickly go to the answer keys. Yes, now your answer key, the first one is I told you about it but you don't remember. Next, Thomas will be late to work for he has an appointment. I am a vegetarian, so I don't eat any meat. Yes, so these are the correct answers. Now, children, your next type of conjunction is a subordinating conjunction. Now, what do you mean by subordinating conjunction, children? Let us quickly go ahead and understand. Now, a subordinating conjunction is a part of speech that joins your dependent clauses to independent clauses. Now, children, the first question is, what do you mean by dependent clause? A clause that does not express a complete thought and cannot stand on its own. Okay, that is a dependent clause. And independent clauses basically stands on its own. It also has a subject and a predicate. Now, children, let us go through this example to make it more clear. The first sentence is, when the doorbell rang, my dog barked loudly. Now imagine, children, suppose if I cancel when over here, then this particular clause, that is the doorbell rang, it would have been an independent, okay, right? But it is not an independent clause. The reason is it is starting with a word when, okay? That means it is giving an expression when the doorbell rang. And that is the reason, children, this entire sentence has been a dependent clause, okay? Are you understanding, children? Again, I'm explaining once again, children. Imagine that if the when was not there, then the doorbell rang would have been one independent clause. Now, it is not an independent clause. The reason is it is starting with a subordinating conjunction like when. So, it is giving us a reason when the doorbell rang. So, what happened when the doorbell rang? My dog barked loudly. So, now, children, when the doorbell rang is basically a dependent clause, okay? And my dog barked loudly is an independent clause because it is making a sense. My dog barked loudly. It makes a sense. Now let us go to the next one. Now remember, children, that subordinating conjunction, it's not necessary that the words will be coming only, before the sentence. It might come between the sentence as well. So that is the reason I'm giving you the second example. I took my umbrella because it was raining. Now again, just remember, children, I took my umbrella. This is an independent clause, right? Because it was raining. Why I took my umbrella? Because it was raining is a dependent clause. Now again, suppose if you remove the because and if you consider only it was raining, yes, that would have been a independent clause, right? But however, there is one subordinating conjunction over here. So yes, this entire thing is your dependent clause. So how will you recognize, children, subordinating conjunction? Whenever your subordinating conjunction is supposed to be joined with your dependent clauses to the independent clauses, it is called as a subordinating conjunction. Okay, we will further go and do some more activity based on subordinating conjunction. I shall follow you wherever you go. Okay, the doctor came after the patient had died. So these are the above highlighted words are basically the subordinating conjunctions as they are joining two clauses of unequal rank. Remember, children, unequal rank means the dependent and the independent clauses. Now there are few words which you can recognize whenever there is a subordinating conjunction, and the words are till, until, when, while, after, wherever, where, whether, as, how, then, because, since, for, that, if, unless, provided, though, however, although. Okay, so it's very difficult to memorize actually all this, the words. That's the reason it's very easy to pick up, the sentence between the independent and the dependent clause, right? Okay. Fill in the blanks with suitable subordinating conjunction. Now quickly do write the answer and let us, check with the answer key later. I must help him dash, he is my friend. Okay. Clear off from here dash the officer comes. Kamla is taller dash her mother. Wait here with this dog dash I return. Let us check what is the correct answer, children. Answer key, I must help him because he is my friend. Clear off from here when the officer comes. Kamla is taller than her mother. Wait here with this dog until I return. Now, let us go to the next activity, children. Circle the coordinating conjunctions and underline the subordinating conjunction. Now, very interesting. We have to circle the coordinating conjunction and underline the subordinating conjunction. Let's do it. Sentence. The sun set and darkness fell. Sunset and darkness fell. So yes, children, this is your coordinating conjunction, right? So we have to circle your coordinating conjunction. All right. Now the next one. I shall call you when I reach Pune. I shall call you when I reach Pune. So when is your subordinating conjunction, right? So yes, we have to underline your subordinating conjunction. Now the next one. I met him while I was going to school. Let us check out the dependent and independent clause, children. I met him while I was going to school. Okay. So yes, children, now over here, this is also a subordinating conjunction. So while is your subordinating conjunction. Now the next one. You are poor yet you are honest. So yes, this is a coordinating conjunction. So yes, children, we have to circle the coordinating conjunction, right? So yes, children, today we have done two types of conjunction, coordinating conjunction and subordinating. Coordinating conjunction, how to memorize, fan boys, yes. And subordinating conjunction, you have to check the dependent and the independent clauses. So it's very easy, children. Make sure that you're going to practice, and in the next video, we'll be back again with few more topics on conjunction, that is type of conjunction, and we will practice some more activity as well. Till that time, children, take care. Bye-bye.